Hi there. Today I am thinking about union and communion in relationship as opposed to conflict and separation, which we commonly experience, don't we? And how do we have union and communion in relationship? Well, two things. Firstly, I think it's really important that you realize that the most important relationship is the one that you have with yourself and that which is greater than you, source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. That's the most important relationship, because when you foster that relationship, that allows you to come from a place of love, unconditional love. And unconditional means beyond conditions. Now, mostly when we love and we are in the what I would call the smaller part of ourselves, our egoic self, then that is a love of conditions. It's conditional. You do this and then I'll do that. And we see it in the way we treat each other when we're functioning from that place, and no judgment, like come with curiosity and a joy for the exploration of who and what we truly are, because as you lift that, then you can start to see. And what I see is when I am functioning in that separate self, that egoic self, you get this kind of tit for tat. You know, if you treat me like this, then I'll treat you the same. And you get that kind of knocking up against each other. Whereas when you're in a place of love, then you get this expansive, as we were saying, beyond conditions. You don't have to do anything for me to love you. I just love you. And I remember once actually one of my daughters, my eldest daughter, she was quite young, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11. She got really, really angry with me about something. She just shouted at me, like, I hate you. And I just, like, I remember took a stance and I just looked at her and I said, I love you. And she just kind of went and didn't quite know what to do with that and stormed off. Because love is just love. It doesn't mind what you're doing. It doesn't judge. It doesn't condemn. It doesn't chastise. It just is love. And bringing that to ourselves, that's what we get when we foster and cultivate this relationship with ourselves, really knowing ourselves, and that expanded relationship with Source, God, the universe is so beautiful, because then you can love and you can bring yourself to peace, because whenever you feel uncomfortable, whenever you get triggered, it's such a gift, because it's showing you where you're not in alignment with that pure love. And usually what we're triggered most of is something that we're denying in ourselves. So it's just so wonderful. And then you can come from this place of appreciation, and we're not having this tit for tat. We move into just the pure expression of love. So yesterday was really interesting. I noticed my husband had vacuumed, and normally I do the vacuuming, and we've had this thing, which I know I'd bought it on myself, but where I had done the majority of that and then was doing it from a place of resentment over the years. And then I suddenly realised, hey, this is crazy, and I'm bringing it on myself, and I'm going to change the way I kind of do that. And of course that's rooted, isn't it, in the history of men's and women's roles, etc. So there's lots of stuff in there, lots of energy in there. But what was really amazing was I noticed it yesterday, and my first thought was I should say thank you. And then I didn't want to say thank you, because I thought, well, why should I say thank you? Because that implies that he's doing it for me instead of kind of for us. And as I was resting with that, I thought, yeah, but I can acknowledge it. I can still acknowledge it, and I can say something else. And then what was really lovely was I then said to him, hey, I noticed that you vacuumed, like, nice one. And it was really good to do that, because before I would have had, oh, well, I'm not going to say thank you because he doesn't thank me when I do it. Why would we do that, hey? So it is so amazing, all these things that we are doing to ourselves. That's what we have to see. If you are feeling uncomfortable, resentful, bitter, anything like that, resentful about your partner, making some judgment about your partner or anyone else for that matter, it is showing you something about you. There is a space that we can come from when there is just love and pure love, and we are operating from that. And then we are peaceful, we are harmonious, we experience union and communion because we're feeling it within, and then that becomes the experience without. So I'm wishing you an abundance of union and communion and delight and love in your life. I'll see you again soon.